Hi everybody, welcome back to A Glittery Life. Well, I wanted to do some Revolution makeup swatches for you because I didn't do them in my Ulta haul, and I wanted you to see how beautiful this eyeshadow palette is, and I'll talk a little bit more about it because I have had some chance to kind of play with it. And so once again, in case you didn't see my Ulta haul, I'll link it down below. This palette is called Run Boy Run. This brand is from London and just launched in select Ultas here in the United States. It's actually super hard to find, honestly. I've been to like 6 Ultas looking for it. That's actually no exaggeration. I really have been to 6 Ultas looking for it. So I'm really happy that I was able to get my hands on, let me dump this out, on this palette just because it's super pretty. It's a really pretty fall palette. I believe this palette is $10. That's pretty reasonable, even considering it's drugstore. I think $10 is like really, really cheap for the quality that you're getting in this palette. So I want to just kind of swatch these for you. I'll do this top row first, starting right here in this light shade. So you can see that top row, they're all shimmer shades. None of them are like fully like glitter, but some of them definitely have a little bit more sparkle and pigmentation than the others. Obviously these lighter shades are going to be harder to see, but you can see how beautiful some of these like deeper shades are. And then I'm going to go ahead and swatch this that middle row for you. Now that second row is definitely got some showstoppers in it. I think it's so pretty. Those taupey ones down on the bottom are beautiful. Those kind of coppery red ones are pretty, and even that dark top corner one, that really dark smoky purple, is so beautiful. And now I'm going to swatch that row of mattes for you, which is the circular ones. It's actually the bottom of the palette, but looking into the viewfinder, it's the top row. And I was actually thinking these mattes would be pretty like lackluster. They're so buttery and really pigmented, so I hope it transfers on camera. I hope it shows up on camera that way. And this is what I was afraid of, is that a couple of those are very close to my like skin tone, and so it's really hard to see them, but that's all 6 of the mattes. But you see you've got some pretty good transition shades to work with. The one that I'm the least impressed with is that matte black, but I do think it's very hard to, you know, compete with like MAC Carbon or Makeup Geek Corrupt when you're talking about like a black shadow. So I probably won't reach for that one at all, but these ones down here are beautiful brown transition shades, and these are more of those kind of like mauve transition shades, which are really, really pretty. So in terms of like bang for your buck, I'm going to give this palette a great review. I think it's easy to work with. The shadows are pigmented and buttery enough. I really haven't been able to test like the longevity of these shadows. You know, are they going to last as long as Makeup Geek or, you know, some of those other ones? I don't know. But they're at least on par with a Morphe shadow in terms of like pigment and blendability. They're just easy to work with, and they had a lot less fallout than I was kind of thinking that they would with how much glitter it looks like in them. And I feel like they don't come across as like crazy glittery, but they do have they're just really pretty. So if you have a chance to pick this up and you are looking for a good fall eyeshadow palette of fall neutrals, I definitely would recommend this. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it and really enjoy it, and especially for $10. The other thing I think about that palette is it's a complete palette. You could take that and do whatever you needed to with just that palette, because you have enough of that light to dark shade, plus you've got your shimmers, you've got your mattes, you've got some glitter shades in there. So I do feel like if you were traveling, you could just take that palette and be totally happy. So I think that's really cool. And then I want to just speak really briefly about the Vivid Baked Highlight Powders. I was really wanting the what is it called? The Ultra Blush Palette. That's what I wanted. And the Ultra Contour Palette. Those were the 2 things that I wanted the most from Revolution, and I couldn't find those anywhere. So this is the Peach Lights. This is definitely very beautiful, but it is like, it is your pearly iridescent highlight. If you love that like very bam, like glow pearl shimmery highlight, you're gonna love this. This isn't necessarily the kind of highlight that I gravitate to, but it's really, really pretty, and it doesn't look like it would pull real ashy, but I think if you're past a medium skin tone, this is not right for you. That's just my opinion. Sometimes I see medium to deep skin tones with a really white ashy highlight, and I guess to each their own. I'm also not a fan of the like bright white triangles under your eyes either. So I guess there's something for everybody. Okay, let me see if I can get this other one. These are hard to get open. This packaging is really cheap, actually. That's kind of would be my biggest like complaint about this, is how cheap the packaging is. But I guess for $6, what do I expect? So this is Radiant Lights. This is so beautiful. If you can find this, you need this. It is a very white highlight, but it is so subtle, and it doesn't have like a glittery sparkle. It's not a glitter sparkle bomb. It's just a really pretty, like, just highlight. And do you notice how you can't really see it, but you can just see that pretty shimmer and sheen? This is the lighter, this is the other one that I just showed you, the peach lights right here, and then this is Radiant Lights right here, and I just think it's so perfect. Really soft, really subtle, and I will get a lot of use out of this one, I would predict. So if you're looking for some of the Revolution makeup items, I think they're worth picking up. Obviously, I've only tried 3 of them. I've only picked up 3 things, but you know, for $16, it's 2 highlights and a really great eyeshadow palette. I think you can't go wrong with that, especially if you're balling on a budget and you're wanting to do some really fun fall eye looks. I think that palette's a win for you. And if the Becca highlights, those things are not in the budget for you, I think these are good. I wouldn't call them dupes because they're definitely not anything in comparison to some of the Becca highlights, but they're really pretty. They're gonna be beautiful. You can build them up. Any powder product can be built up. So even if it comes across like really sheer on your brush or really sheer on your cheek, just keep packing it on. You can stipple it on with a duo fiber brush, or you can just keep adding layers with a fan brush, which is how I like to build up my highlight, so it's not too crazy. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful for you, and I want to know if you've picked up any of the Revolution stuff, or if you live in the UK and you've been using the Revolution makeup line for a long time. What am I missing? Because I already know what's on my list. It's just so flipping hard to find. So if you come across a stocked end cap of the Revolution stuff, just start going like this. Like, that's kind of what I wanted to do when I saw it was stocked, but it didn't have the main things that I was looking for. So there is one more baked highlight, but it is very golden white, and that's not me. It's not for me. So anyway, thanks you guys for watching. Go ahead and thumbs up this video if you are happy that I'm showing some more drugstore affordable products. I'm trying, you guys. I'm expanding. I'm taking your feedback, I'm taking your comments, and I am expanding what I'm showing on the channel. So I hope that's helpful for you. Don't forget to check out aglitterylife.com for more product reviews, and I do post a lot of stuff on there that I don't necessarily talk about on this channel, so, or just even more in-depth reviews. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have the best day ever. Bye.